Port Vale then remain your leaders of League Two still, sitting 3 points clear at the moment, as Walsall in second have played a game less, however, on 27 points. Notts County in third with 27 points. And Doncaster Rovers in fourth, 27 points. Crewe with 25 points. And MK Dons in the final place with 24 points. However, level on points with Grimsby Town, but goal difference a lot better for them. Down at the bottom, we have seen a slight change in the proceedings here at the bottom of the League Two, as although it remains the same, Morecambe have clawed a few points since I last did a video on League Two. 10 points at the moment, sitting bottom of the pile. 23rd is Carlisle with 11 points. Swindon Town 22nd, 12 points, and Colchester to 13 points. Sorry, let's get stuck into the video then. Time to make our predictions for this week's match day, number 16, indeed. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens. The first match is Accrington Stanley taking on Swindon. Now, the WAM Stadium will host Saturday's football game between Accrington and Swindon. The two bottom table sides, the Aki Staniel, aim to build on a 3-0 win over Chesterfield, and they're likely to stick to their attacking style of play here. Jimmy Knowles is pushing for a start after scoring as a substitute in the last league match, while Nelson Kumbene is a major doubt for this game. The Robins, on the other hand, are eager to put an end to their 4-game winless run that they're currently on, as Swindon struggled defensively in a 3-1 defeat to MK Dons last time out. For me, I predict that Accrington Stanley are going to pick up all 3 points here. It's not going to be a high-scoring game, but I'm going to go for a 1-0 win for Stanley. Next up then, we have got Barrow taking on AFC Wimbledon. Now, Barrow will look to put to an end to their 5-game winless run when they take on AFC Wimbledon in the League Two round of 16 clash. The Hatters are only 2 points behind the playoff berths, and I'm positive that they will go all guns blazing at the Dons this weekend. Keane Spence has been struggling with injury of late, while winger Elliot Newby returns to the starting 11 after coming on as a substitute in the AFL Trophy win over Aston Villa under 21s during the midweek games. AFC Wimbledon, on the other hand, suffered a dip in form, losing to both Port Vale and Grimsby Town, as the visitors are low on confidence going into this one. I think that the hosts are going to pick up all 3 points from this match. For me, I'm going to go for a 3-1 victory for Barrow. Next up then, we have Bromley taking on Carlisle United. Now, the hosts, Bromley, at Hayes Lane, is the location for this match as they take on Carlisle United. The two bottom table sides, Bromley, are undefeated in the previous 3 league matches, but they need to start winning on a regular basis if they are to escape the danger zone. That is the reality. And former Arsenal defender Carl Jenkinson serves a 1-game ban in this match, whilst there are no fresh injury worries in the home team ahead of the visit of Carlisle. Now the Cumbrians are on the other hand aim to build on a half-fought 1-0 win over Salford City. Carlisle though are not regarded as good travellers at all. They really do struggle on the road, already suffering 5 defeats on the road, and I don't believe that they're capable of spoiling Bromley's party at Hayes Lane on Saturday afternoon. Defender Ben Barclay is pushing for a start after scoring the winner against the Lions, as well as midfielder Harrison Neal, who was rested in the EFL Trophy triumph over Morecambe. But for me, I'm going to go for a Bromley win here. I can't see Carlisle. They do struggle on the road, and I don't think they're going to change that here. I'm going to go for a 2-0 victory for Bromley in this one. Next up then, we have an intriguing clash between Colchester United and Bradford City. Colchester United will look to escape the danger zone when they take on Bradford City this weekend. The U's are on a 7-game winless run, and a triumph over Bradford City will see them escape the danger zone. Robert Hunt suffered an injury in a 1-1 draw with Barrow, with Mandela Egbo likely to step up. A man to watch in the home team will be winger Harry Anderson, who produced a brilliant display in the EFL Trophy win over Arsenal under-21s on Tuesday. Meanwhile, the Bantams aim to recover from back-to-back defeats to Doncaster and Fleetwood. As Bradford City suffered a dip in form, struggling defensively, I predict that Colchester are going to emerge winners in this one on Saturday's encounter. Even though there are no injury worries in the away team, fit again defender Clark Odor should be recalled to the starting 11. I do think that Colchester will just about nick this one. I'm going to go for a 2-1 victory for the U's. Next up then, we have Crewe Alexandra taking on Notts County. Now, the Alexandra Stadium will host this clash against Notts County. The two top table sides. The Railway men have been in fine form of late, with the team beating Fleetwood and Tranmere while sharing the spoils with Walsall, and they are surely capable of matching Notts County in front of the home fans. There are no fresh injury concerns in the home team ahead of this game. Now, the Magpies, on the other hand, have drawn each of their last 3 away games in the League Two, as Notts County and Crewe Alexandra seem to be evenly matched at the moment. We are tempted to go with a draw. I think it's going to be a draw, this one. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw in this clash. I think I just can't separate either side. Obviously, Notts County will be without David McGoldrick, who's been struggling with injury of late. A man to keep an eye out on the away team, though, will be Gambia international Alassana Ijata, who I really rate. I think he's a brilliant player, to be honest with you. Really physical, you know what I mean? Really holds the ball well, and I think he's really got potential to play at a higher division for me. If he keeps this, he keeps his goal scoring form up and his performances, I think there'll be suitors higher up that will come calling for him, because he's a goal scorer. He's good with he's good linking up with play, and I just think he's just impressed me when I've watched him, to be honest with you. But for me, like I say, I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw in this one, absolutely. Now, next up, we have Doncaster Rovers taking on Salford, as the Eco Power Stadium, the home of Doncaster, will host this League Two clash. The Donny have been producing fine displays in all competitions of late, and as a result, they are favourites to win this game. Experienced forward Joe Ironside is widely expected to return to the starting 11 after scoring as a substitute in a 1-1 draw with Notts County. While there are no fresh injury concerns in the home team, the Lions, on the other hand, have failed to impress in their last match, as they lost 1-0 to Carlisle. And seeing that that Doncaster have a chance to climb to automatic promotion places, I really do think a home win should be edged here. When the two teams met in the FL Cup 3 months ago, Doncaster defeated Salford 2-0, and I think history will repeat itself here. So I'm going to go for a narrow 1-0 victory for Doncaster Rovers. Now, it is worth noting that the away side have forward Cole Stockton is widely expected to return to the starting 11 after finding the net in the AFL Trophy win over Wolves under 21s in that competition EFL Trophy. Now then, next up, Harrogate Town hosting Chesterfield. Now, the Exercise Stadium will be the centre of attention for this game, the home of Harrogate, as these two sides go head to head. Now, Harrogate looking to end their 3-game losing run, and they are likely to fight tooth and nail against Chesterfield in this one. James Daly is unlikely to keep his place in the starting 11 following his under-par performance in the EFL Trophy loss to Blackpool, while both March and Muldoon should be recalled, you would think. The Spyrites, on the other hand, aim to bounce back from a 3-0 loss to Accrington Stanley, as both Chesterfield and Harrogate will go for a win in Saturday's showdown. I'm really tempted to go for both teams to score, and I think that it will finish in a draw. I can't split these two sides. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Now, Republic of Ireland forward Patrick Madden is in line for a recall to the starting 11 for Chesterfield after impressing in the EFL Trophy win over Grimsby Town. So watch out for that one. Indeed. Now, next up, we have MK Dons taking on Cheltenham Town. Now, buoyed by their 3-1 win over Swindon Town, MK Dons will look to give fans yet another reason to celebrate when they take on Cheltenham on this weekend's game. MK Dons are eyeing their 5th consecutive league win, and they are likely to adopt yet another attack-minded approach against Cheltenham. Scotland forward Callum Hendry is pushing for a start after getting his name on the score sheet in the EFL Trophy loss to Leyton Orient. While there are no fresh injury concerns in the home team's camp. The Robins, on the other hand, have been in fine form of late, winning 4 of the previous 5 games in all competitions. Cheltenham defeated both Colchester and Carlisle in the previous 2 away games in League 2. I predict that the visitors are going to get something in this game, and I'm going to go for a 2-0 victory for the Robins. Next up then, we have Morecambe taking on Port Vale at the Mazuma Stadium, and the two teams with entirely different ambitions for this season. The Shrimps aim to build on a 2-1 win over Harrogate and triumph over Port Vale could see them escape the relegation zone. They have been struggling in that relegation zone for a good while now. Can they get out of it this weekend? Stuart Moore limped off with injury in the last league match, with fellow goalkeeper Harry Burgoyne likely to step up to the plate in this one. The Valiants, on the other hand, are eager to retain top position in the standings. Port Vale suffered a 1-0 loss to Gillingham, but they will not have a better chance than this to get back on course here. Darren Moore's men have already recorded 5 wins on the road this season. And yeah, I predict that Port Vale will just beat Morecambe. I'm going to go for a 2-1 victory for the Valiants, indeed. And it is believed that midfielder Ethan Chislett is in line for a call to the starting 11 for Vale. Next up then, Newport County taking on Grimsby. Now, following 3 consecutive defeats in all competitions, Newport County will look to get back on course. when they face Grimsby Town in the League Two. The Exiles have suffered a dip in form, and given their difficulties at the back, a home win should not be considered if we want to go on the safe side here. Talented winger Michael Spellman is widely expected to return to the starting 11 after coming on as a substitute in the EFL Trophy defeat to Reading. The Mariners, on the other hand, defeated AFC Wimbledon 1-0 in their last league match, with Danny Rose scoring the winner in the first half. The 30-year-old was rested in the EFL Trophy, lost to Chesterfield, but he should start against Newport. Now, as Grimsby are on a 5-game winning run here, I am really tempted to go with a Grimsby victory. I'm going to go for a 1-0 victory for Grimsby. Well guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed my predictions. Let me know down below in the chat what you think the scores are going to be this weekend. Just heads up, there are 2 games that have been postponed this weekend due to the international call-ups as follows. Tranmere Rovers versus Fleetwood has been postponed, and Walsall versus Gillingham has been postponed as well. But yeah, make sure you do drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and become a member now by clicking the join button down below, or find the link in my bio in the description of this video. I got there in the end. But guys, thanks all for your support. Thanks for watching. Hope you fully enjoyed it, and I'll see you for more predictions next week.